A day after a boy was attacked at Vaucluse and hours after another had his surfboard bitten at DY. Surf Lifesaving New South Wales Chief Stephen Pearce says water pollution is attracting bull sharks.
The water is extremely turbid and brackish after the significant amount of rainfall that the northern beaches has occurred. We have major runoff coming out of every creek and every outlet into the beaches. This is prime conditions for bull shark activity.
This comes as another surfer has suffered minor injuries after being attacked near Crescent Head on the New South Wales mid-north coast. Now turning to FIVEAA Sport. There's been a mixed result for Australia so far on day 3 of the Australian Open. Shane McInnes reports from Melbourne Park.
Taylor Preston became the 5th Aussie female to advance to the second round with an impressive 6-3, 6-2, 6-3 win over Chinese veteran Zhang Shui. The win propelled Preston into the second round of a Grand Slam for the very first time. The news wasn't as good for Maya Joint. The Aussie 30th seed beaten in straight sets by Czech Teresa Valentova 6-4, 6-4. Well, after an early scare, defending champion Madison Keys ultimately advanced in straight sets.
In the Big Bash, a final spot is on the line tonight as the Perth Scorchers host the Sydney Sixers. Scorchers young gun Cooper Connolly named the 2026 Bradman Young Cricketer of the Year. The 22-year-old all-rounder had an impressive 2024-25 season, getting a call-up to the Test side and was recently named in Australia's T20 World Cup squad. Connolly says it's an honour to win the award.
The medal was sort of named after the Don, so it's sort of special to sort of be a part of that group, and to see the previous winners is always exciting to be a part of that.
And in the EPL, Brighton and Bournemouth have drawn 1-1. That's all in sport. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon, roads looking really good today. We're accident breakdown free, no great hassles, which is excellent. It is day 4 of the Tour Down Under. A lot of activity going on around the city today, affecting Wakefield Street and parts of Victoria Park. Look out for that. A little bit busy South Road, Mile End, a little bit slow at the moment. The Britannia Roundabout and a Camera Blacks Road, Gillis Plains. MG Demo Clearance, MG3 Excite from 22,888. ZS5 Turbo from 24,888. Other great deals across the range. Hamilton MG, Brighton and Ranella. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast. Cloud clearing in the top of 31 today. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 27 the top. Thursday sunny, also a top of 27. Friday sunny and 35. Saturday mostly sunny and heating up to a scorching 41 degrees. Right now it's 31 degrees on FIVEAA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Rackless. Tonight, another suburban shooting in Adelaide, the third in just 5 days. Beaches shut down across Sydney following a 4th shark attack. The Beckham's family feud. Brooklyn takes aim at his parents. Tour Down Under fever in the city. And the latest on Crow star Dan Curtin's dislocated knee. 9 News. Your news. 9th at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
Stay informed, get involved. FIVEAA, always Adelaide. FIVEAA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
And a very big good afternoon to you on this Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to the third and final hour of the afternoon's program, and that means we are live on the Complete Care live stream. Jump on and say hi. We're on Facebook and YouTube. That's Complete with a K. And it's 8 minutes past 3. I have been loving your calls and your texts today about what you eat for breakfast. Yes, if you're just tuning in, that does sound a little bit random talking about breakfast in the afternoon. However, it was in the newspaper today that perhaps some of our breakfast cereals that we've come to know and love and habitually eat every morning are not as healthy as we might think. Dietitians have ranked them, with oats coming in at number 1. I was a little bit surprised that my Wheat Bix has come in at number 3. I thought it would be definitely up there, number 1, but number 3 is not too bad. All Brands number 2, Special K is number 4. Then you go on to Cheerios, Just Right, Nutri-Grain, Milo, Rice Bubbles, Cornflakes, Cocoa Pops and Fruit Loops at number 12. I think we all could have guessed the Fruit Loops being not all that great for you. But anyway, I want to hear what you eat for breakfast today, and I am getting some great calls and text messages about this. We all have our habits, right? I think we all have our habit with our breakfast, or something that's easy, something we know that is going to be nutritious, that'll fill us up, that we can just stick to every morning, and you don't have to think too hard about it, especially if you haven't had that coffee. You need something that you can just chuck in the bowl and eat. I'm a Wheat Bix or oats girl, and I like it with a banana or some fruit, maybe some berries if I've got enough money in the budget that week, depending on the season. And I have almond milk these days. So there you go. Got lots of your messages coming through. Karen says strawberries and blueberries during the week, and I treat myself to smashed avo on toast some weekends and an egg and bacon sandwich sometimes. And of course, coffee. Of course, Karen, I feel like the coffee is a given. Antoinette says, I've ditched the oats. Now I have yogurt and fruit. Heaps better. Oh, there you go. Keep them coming. 8223 0000 is the number to call, or you can text them through 0448 08 1395. Dirk in Royston Park, toast with truffle oil. Oh, wow. That's a bit fancy. Toast with truffle oil, although I am still on holiday. Well, you got to enjoy the holidays, Dirk. I like it. Well done to you. And don't forget as well, being a Tuesday.
Time to call.
Oh, no, wrong button. Oh, no, I've just won the first turkey nomination, haven't I? I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. Producer Jess is nodding his head. Yes, I'm going to be nominated today, no doubt. Turkey Tuesday is back. I've got a mixed carton of turkey flat wines to give away to the best caller. Who's been a turkey lately? Who forgot to take the bins out? Who messed up the recipe? Who forgot? Oh, someone in my house forgot to take the nappy bin out. Not good. Terrible, terrible. Who's your turkey of the week? 8223 0000 is the number to call to get your nominations in very soon. But before we take those calls, we have something a lot more serious to talk about. And you would have heard the news late yesterday afternoon that Tim Picton, the brother of Chris Picton, South Australia's health minister, he's been a Labor Party strategist for a number of years. He died 24 days after an alleged assault in Perth. He was allegedly hit and fell, striking his head on the pavement before losing consciousness. And it happened last month. A man, Brodie Jake Dewa, has been charged with grievous bodily harm and was granted bail over the incident. He's just 20 years old, so there is still a court case to play out here. But it got me thinking about coward punch attacks, and I've got to say, even though I read the headlines and I see this news, it's surprising to me that this is still going on, and I'm sure it's surprising to our next guest as well, Neil Davis from the Sammy D Foundation. Good afternoon, Neil.
Hello, Stacey. Thanks for having me on.
It's just, I can't believe this is still happening.
Oh, it was a hard day in our house yesterday. When something like this happens, all the memories come flooding back, and, you just wonder what people get into people's heads sometimes.
And that's the thing. I think there's not much going on. They're not thinking in that moment, because if they were clear-headed at the time, you'd sure hope that they wouldn't do something like that.
Oh, that's why we started the foundation, and that's why we do what we do, trying to get into these school kids at all different times in their school years, so they're not getting the message once, they're getting it over and over again, that they have to learn to walk away, they have to learn to be the bigger person, and they have to learn to grab their mates and get them to walk away. And something like this for a family, when I first heard about it, just before Christmas, and you just go, it's never going to be good news, and you feel for the family that's just sitting around that hospital all that time and just hoping against hope that things are going to go their way.
And like you said, I'm sure it brings back those terrible memories of when it was your family that was touched by this.
Yes, that's right. And and when it's someone that as well, and we knew Tim, and obviously know Chris pretty well as well, and their families. I know the parents as well, just go, we just have to do more. We have to do more to stop this happening to people.
Now, obviously, the Sammy D Foundation has its education programs, and you go out to schools and you talk to kids to try and get it in early, get it into their brains, get it into their minds that these types of actions can have long-lasting, life-impacting effects on victims and perpetrators, and no one wants to be involved in anything like this. What more can be done, though? You say we've got to do more. I guess, is there any more that can be done?
I think from the Foundation's point of view, I think it should be mandated that we should go into every school. You know, I'm at the age now when I'm going into schools and the teachers are the people that I spoke to, like when they were students, and they're saying to me, this is the only program that we remember from school. This is the program that changed our way of thinking. This is the program that taught us how to look after our friends. You know, and it should be, you know, you should just be saying, you know what, at some stage in your school life, you have to have the Sammy D Foundation come into that school. You have to hear that talk. And it's not just that one time. You know, we have different programs. It's bullying for 5s and 6s, cyber safety for 7s and 8s, violence, just violence for 9s and 10s, and then safe partying for the 11s and 12s. And so they're getting this different messages, but the same story behind it every time. And it's that memory muscle that you get. So when something does happen, and we get enough, and we've had enough anecdotal evidence now with evaluations saying that these programs do work. You know, 88% of the people know now that it is better to walk away, and have walked away, or have grabbed their mates and got them to walk away and use something that they've learned in the presentations.
It's a really powerful program. I've come along to one as a journalist, you know, in a school when it was being presented. Is there a way that parents can access it, or do you is it exclusively for schools?
Oh, we do lots of different programs now, Stacey, from when we first started to what we do now, and we do programs in sporting clubs where we talk about parents' behaviours but the problem we have now is if we speak to kids, and I just thought by show of hands, put your hand up if your parents say if someone hits you, you hit them back. And it's around about 80 to 90% of the kids are putting their hands up and saying, this is what I'm learning at home.
What? Really?
Yes. Yes, it's unbelievable. You know, so instead of the parents saying, you know, like try and be that bigger person and walk away, and we know that it's really hard to walk away, but you know what? Sam's friends wish he had walked away that day. I wish Sam had walked away that day. Imagine how bad you would feel as a parent when you're telling your kids to stay there and fight someone, and the same thing happens that happened to Tim or happened to Sam. How bad would you feel as a parent?
Oh, I just got goosebumps hearing that story, Neil.
Oh, look, and it's the overarching message that we have to put behind it, you know, like, and obviously we're in talks with the state government all the time to, you know, to try and mandate this and get funding to go into every school, and we're talking to the federal government saying, you know, we should be all around Australia. Everyone's, and we do a bit of work in New South Wales and a bit of work in Darwin and ACT now. And the people keep getting us back because they know the programs work. Mm-hmm. If we can just get it, and it's really hard for us, Stacey, you know, like when you don't get any government funding and you're chasing that dollar all the time, and we can't charge the schools what it costs us to deliver programs because they can't afford it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's the young people that are missing out. And it's not just the deaths. It's the assaults. It's the long-lasting psychological effects that it has on these people as well. You know, we're a harm prevention charity, and I try and get it through to the powers that be that we're saving you money in the long run. You know, if we can stop people having to go to hospitals through assaults, if we can stop people having to go to courts.
Yep.
But most of all, what if we just saved one person's life? You know, that's all we have to do, save one person's life. And we don't know at the foundation, you know, last year we spoke to 42,000 young people. We don't know how many lives we've saved, but we know we are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's why we do what we do. That's why we get out of bed in the morning. And then when you wake up in the morning and know that someone that you know their family members died through one punch. It just brings it all flooding back.
I bet it does. Well, look,
and that
you
night
and I
had a pretty hard night last night. So.
Yeah. Well,
and when you think about it, it's 2 ministers in this government whose family members died through one punch.
It's shocking.
Let alone the hundreds of others in recent years that have died through one punch across Australia.
Mm.
But we'll keep on knocking on doors and we'll keep on saying to people, can we get some funding? You know, and we have our fundraising drives and we say to people, you know, $25 a week, go to our website and you could change someone's life and make it that, like, a cup of coffee a week that you donate to us, and you could be changing someone's life. You could be saving someone's life. And that young boy that hit Tim,
yeah,
what about his family and what they're going through as well? It's not just one family that's ruined now it's 2 families that are going through something that they never thought they would have to go through.
Mm. Well, Neil, the work you're doing has never been more important than it is now, and it has been for the last decade. And, you know, thinking of you and Nat and obviously Chris and Tim's family as well at this time. So thank you for coming on and talking to us about it, and thank you for the work that you're doing with schools here in Adelaide, because we know we need it.
Thank you very much, Stacey. You're the best, and I like your cereal choices.
Thank you, Neil. What do you eat for breakfast, can I ask?
I don't eat breakfast.
Oh, no. What do you mean?
I'm just not hungry. Well, maybe 2 coffees.
Okay. Okay, I won't tell my dietitian friend that you're just having 2 coffees, okay? We'll keep it between us.
Okay. Thanks, Stacey.
Thanks, Neil. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Neil Davis, there, co-founder of the Sammy D Foundation. And, yeah, like I said, the work they do in schools is so important. If you do want to find out some more information, Sammy D Foundation, it's all online, and I'd definitely be lobbying your kids' school to get them out and do one of their programs there, because it's really powerful stuff. And I thought we were making some headway on coward punches, but apparently not. It's extremely, extremely sad. 21 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. Maybe you like Neil Davis and you only have coffee for breakfast. Either way, I'd like to hear your thoughts. 8223 0000 is the number to call.
5AA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Gramazio Foods, SA's only celiac certified food store, Burnside Village, Golden Grove Village, and online at gramaziofoods.com.au. 5AA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
Simon Leonau is here from Nordic Design Furniture, Adelaide's best kept furniture secret. You know, I think for 54 years, how many people you've made happy.
We enjoy making things to fit. Lots of apartments are suddenly happening in Adelaide. And what's the thing that's challenged with an apartment? It doesn't fit or doesn't even go in the lift.
And you can tell the difference between quality too when it's real craftsmanship as opposed to an assembly line.
You can tell. We have Australia's largest showroom. Manufacturers generally don't have a showroom.
Simon Leonau from Nordic Design Furniture, Adelaide's best kept furniture secret.
Shopping for student devices? See the experts at Harvey Norman for hot deals on laptops, tablets, headphones, mobiles and more. Get an amazing deal on Acer Aspire 14 AI Copilot Plus PC, now $798. Save $210 on Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 2-in-1 laptop, now $888. And HP 14-inch laptop with huge 24GB RAM, now $998. Best brands, best range. There's more in store and online. Now at Harvey Norman. Experts in student devices.
Go, Harvey, go. Some important information from Solar Power Direct. The federal Cheaper Home Battery Scheme is changing from May 1 this year, and the rebate value will reduce significantly. So if a home storage battery is on your radar, you really need to get in touch with Solar Power Direct now. Born and bred right here in Adelaide, Solar Power Direct offer advanced all-in-one systems designed to slash power bills and prepare homes for future EV ownership. And if you're looking for credibility, Solar Power Direct have built the largest renewable energy showroom in South Australia, and they employ a dedicated team of home battery and solar experts. So the key takeaway? Act on home battery storage before May 1 this year. It's free money. right? If you're getting a rebate from the government, take it while you can. Get in touch with Solar Power Direct for a no-fuss, clear understanding and absolute quality and service in all things solar and home battery storage. Their must-see interactive showroom is at 314 Torrens Road, Croydon Park, or you can jump online at solarpowerdirect.com.au.
If you're constipated and struggling to poo, here's some great news. Introducing Caruso's Constipation Ease. Caruso's Constipation Ease is a new herbal and fibre combination containing cascara, yellow dog, fennel and green banana powder. These help to relieve constipation by making it easier for you to poo. So if you're struggling to poo and would like to poo more, why not try Caruso's Constipation Ease? Caruso's Constipation Ease is available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Aussie kids are active kids, creative kids, sporty kids. Are you a Weet-Bix kid?
As a South Aussie-based not-for-profit health insurer, Health Partners isn't just your health partner. We're your tooth-checking partner, hammy-stretching partner, chart-squinting partner. We're your bone-mending, script-filling, arch-lifting, giving, salad suggesting, generous limit giving, member supporting, SA loving partner. So for great value health cover, there's no better partner in health than Health Partners. Health insurance made human.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
25 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. After 3:30, I am taking your turkey nominations for Turkey Tuesday. 8223 0000 is the number to call. But now we're getting a couple of calls on coward punches. And Dave in South Brighton's on the phone. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Stacey. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I just, with all this fighting, coward punching, I just wonder how much of the UFC-type fighting culture spreads to people when they're out and about. Now, I've been to a couple of pubs where they've had the UFC fights live on, and I tell you, it's a pretty scary environment in there. You have a front bar absolutely packed full of gym pumped-up males having all the grog and stuff like that, and it's got to have some effect on their attitude of towards violence of people, because when the whole intention is to kick and beat someone the crap out of them.
It's so true, Dave. I often see that and I think, how is this a sport? You know, when we have rules against violence against animals and we have domestic violence laws and you can't just go and hit someone in the street. So why are we still allowing two grown men to be on the TV in front of us and punch each other out? It's very strange to me. I don't understand it at all.
No, it's a crazy attitude that we have. And like, I know boxing has been around for a while, but this cage fighting in UFC stuff is just next level, full on violence. You know, it's kicking guys when they're down, and it's all sorts of stuff like that. And I rocked up to a pub in Tassie once waiting for the ferry when one of these events was on, and it was a scary environment. You know, I'm a lover, not a fighter, you know, but I'll tell you what, that was we couldn't wait to get out of that pub.
Yeah, I bet. Really interesting point you raised, Dave. Thanks so much for the call. And others on the text line are saying the same thing. Frank, hi, Stacey. If hotels really want to prevent fighting and people getting injured in and out of their premises, they should stop promoting UFC cage fighting on their screens. Andrew also says, is MMA, mixed martial arts, the aggressive kickboxing sport, a cause of school and street fighting? There was a brawl of teenagers down at Henley Square only a week ago. They watch it on the TV. So, yeah, maybe it is having an impact. What do you think? 8223 0000 is the number to call. Rob's on the phone this afternoon. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Stacey Lee. Thank you very much for taking my call. Out of this tragedy, I wanted to just put on the record, I'm an organ recipient. I, 4 years ago, was gifted life out of tragedy when a family lost someone who they loved very much. And I can let you know that in that 4 years, I've worked closely with Chris and other politicians, but particularly Chris in South Australia, to change the Transplant Anatomy Act, the TAA, so that families could talk openly about the fact that their loved ones after they passed, had become organ donors. And I'm quite upset because I worked with Chris and he helped change the legislation, and I know that he and his family honoured Tim's wishes, because Tim had already said that he wanted to be an organ donor, and in his passing, he has become a donor hero. He's a hero, Tim, and so is Chris, because Tim's death has given life to at least 4 or 5 others. It's not publicly known yet who the recipients are, and it probably never will be known, but in his passing out of this tragedy, Chris and his family made the brave decision to give the consent for Tim's organs to be donated.
It's a really good point you raise, Rob, and something that, we've had this conversation in South Australia in recent times after Police Commissioner Grant Stevens led the push a year ago after Charlie's death as well. And, the way you put it, that Minister Chris Picton helped draft the legislation to make it easier for families, and now his family's going through it as well. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
It's that irony, but
yeah,
it was. I had the absolute pleasure to work with Chris and the opposition to put that legislation through. It went through on the 6th of February, and it just means that now families can have the greatest gift, which is, out of tragedy, giving hope to other families. And through transplantadvocacy.org, we just want to spread the message that talk to your family about what you would ever do in that situation, because regardless of whether you become a registered organ donor through Donate Life, when something tragic like what happened to Tim happens, it doesn't matter. The family are the only people who can give that consent. And I make 3 promises to people as an organ recipient. I say, 100% none of us are getting out of this alive. We're all going to pass away. We're all going to be lost or lose someone long before we ever want to be lost to someone or have someone lost out of our lives.
Mm.
And organ donation is painless for the donor. The pain is with the family that have lost that person they love. And one good thing that can come from this tragedy is the hope that the heart, the kidney, the liver, the lungs, and other organ and tissue can give hope to other families.
Such a good reminder, Rob. Thank you so much for calling and talking to us about it today.
My condolences to Chris and his family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Rob raises a really good point there. It's never a conversation you want to have, but if we can take anything out of this situation, it's to have that conversation with your family. It might be hard, but it's a really important one to have. If you would like to donate your organs after you pass, do it. Have those conversations now. Why not today? 8223 0000 is the number to call to have your say. Lots of text messages about MMA and UFC. I'll get to them after news headlines.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Tamira Francis with the 3:30 News headlines. The Prime Minister has accused Scott Morrison of ignoring a spike in anti-Semitism while in office. Respected Labor strategist Tim Picton, the brother of SA Health Minister Chris, has been remembered as a talented and loving man in Parliament. And voters in the seat of Black still don't have a Liberal candidate yet, 2 months out from the state election. And in sport, Australia's top-ranked women's player, Maya Joint, has been eliminated in the opening round at Melbourne Park. The 5AA forecast, cloud clearing in a top of 31 today. Right now it's 30 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 4 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
Parties, weddings, big events. What do they all have in common? Pals. You know your pals want to have a good time, but what will everyone want to drink? That's when you need to speak to Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Pals will make sure you've got the right type of drinks, the right amount, and best of all, we'll make sure you've got the best labels that will keep everyone talking about your event. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Pals. Next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
It's hard to trust someone with your property when they've never even set foot in it. Keep your property clean, safe and running smoothly with a local. Servicing SA Cleaning and Facility Solutions are a homegrown South Aussie business across a full range of facility services, from cleaning to maintenance, from pest control to security. Servicing SA has your commercial, retail or community facility covered. Affordable, reliable and 100% local. That's Servicing SA. Find out more at servicingsa.com.au.
Danny from Gramazio Foods is here. Yours is such a great story. Where did it come from? Is this a family tradition for you?
Yeah, definitely been around food my whole life. My brother and I decided to branch out in our 20s and open our own store, and then from there, we were just engaging with the customers. They were just asking, gluten-free, can we have flavours? And we thought, well, let's have a go. And then we started creating them, and they ended up coming out tasting better than our original recipes. Got over 75 products on show.
Gramazio Foods is South Australia's only celiac certified food store.
Golden Grove and another one in Burnside Village.
Gramazio Food.
Push a button for it now, but don't ever push me like...
Take advantage of Kia's summer offers with exclusive deals on Kia's first ever petrol-powered K4 hatch, starting from $33,490 drive away, featuring wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, locally tuned suspension and push-button start to get you on your way. Don't wait, your perfect summer drive is here. Find out more at kia.com.au or visit your local Kia dealership today.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Hey guys, it's Hayley from Adelaide. World Travel Fest is back Sunday, February 8, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Join us, Adelaide, and over 60 travel providers, airlines and cruise lines all under one roof. Discover the hottest offers from family escapes to luxury getaways, cruise deals and more. Plus, inspiring travel talks, entertainment and win one of 4 incredible travel prizes. Entry is free Sunday, February 8, Convention Centre. Register at pht.com.au.
Always informative. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
It's 24 minutes to 4 here on 5AA. Getting a lot of correspondence from you about MMA and UFC and how watching fighting on TV screens can be encouraging it in real life. Maxine from Paralawi on the text line, great call. MMA and UFC, they just promote violence. Andrew says, I agree with Dave, RE UFC. I asked for the cricket to be put on the big screen at the pub and they said no, they've got to keep it on as they pay a lot for the subscription. Gosh. Adam says, I can't stand boxing. In no way is it a sport. So there's a lot of people here on the text line agreeing with that. Sean says, sadly, there will always be fights. There'll always be aggression. It's a bit like drink driving. We've been teaching it in schools. It's on the TV for 40 plus years now. Don't drink drive. Think of the consequences, but it still happens. Our parents tell us not to do drugs, but it still happens. Bullying in school, bullying outside of the school, it's never going to stop. We can have this same conversation in 10, 20, 50 years' time. Yeah, but isn't that just giving up a bit, Sean? Isn't that just saying, oh, well, it's always going to happen, so we shouldn't do anything about it? Just because something's inevitable doesn't mean we shouldn't try and limit the occurrences. We shouldn't try and stop it from happening in as many situations as we can, surely. Caesar is in North Adelaide and has called in on 8223 0000. Hi, Caesar.
Stacey, good to have you back.
Thank you.
You enjoying daylight saving?
I am right now, but come March.
I'll ring you in March.
Yeah.
No, you need to give the Turkey Award to every single text you just had about saying boxing, MMA incite this sort of violence, because most one-punch stuff is a one-punch. That's why people do it in a situation you find late at night, drunk, whatever. They're not targeted attacks a lot of these times. It's a situation that prevents. Friday night, I was in the Brisbane Entertainment Centre watching Nikita Zoo and Michael Zarafa. Probably means nothing to you, but there was a big fight on the Australian boxing card on Friday night. It's been 2 years in the build-up. I'm not sure if have you heard of Nikita Zoo, Tim Zoo's brother?
Yeah, in Kostya Zoo. I know the family, but I don't know anything about the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
This fight's been 2 years in the making. Foxtel was $65 to get it home. Pubs paid nearly $1,300 for it to show it.
Wow.
It's an expensive event for pubs to show UFC or boxing fights. You're well over $1,000 for a hotel. So you need a lot of people. But the thing is, the fight on Friday night was a debacle. After 2 rounds, it was stopped, and the crowd lost it because the rougher didn't want to go on any further. He chickened out, said he couldn't see. Referee stopped the fight. The crowd started throwing cans and cups because you paid big money to be there. It wasn't cheap to be these tickets, I'll tell you that. There was not one fight in the crowd. Not one. Not one fight when we left the entertainment centre. Not one fight walking to the nightclubs. There'd be more of this one-punch stuff happening in local pubs than encouraging by the boxing and MMA crowd.
But don't you think that while yes, all of that's true, that the coward punches are a one punch usually attack outside a nightclub, and usually alcohol's been involved, and it's not directly related. But don't you think that having fighting and having 2 blokes on a screen punching each other just puts that into our culture, and therefore when you are drunk after you've had a few drinks and someone gets lippy with you, it's never happened to me, but usually with men, it's in the back of your mind because it's there in our psyche and our culture because you see it on TV. I'm just going to punch his lights out. I can just punch this guy because it's there. We see it. We have access to it. It's on our TV screens. Don't you think it all plays a part?
No, you're totally wrong, because most highly trained boxers and MMA fighters are aware of the damage that we can do. Okay, I did boxing for 10 years. We don't do that sort of stuff in public.
No, you don't, but there's amateurs watching the professionals do it, and then they feel like they're emboldened to do it.
If you put yourself in a situation where you're drunk early in the morning, wherever you may be, prepare yourself for the untoward. That's a fact of life. Doesn't matter if you watch UFC, boxing, kickboxing, whatever. That's a fact of life. If you're in a situation where there's aggression, antagonism, guess what? It could happen. It happens at the cricket, happens at the footy, happens at wherever you go. Look at the shopping centre situation. Look at that thing in Henley Beach last week. But that was a social media stunt, I heard, so that's different. Where there's attacks, what about all these bottle shop attacks we've had over Christmas and that, where people are getting attacked by people? Is that one-punch mentality? Was that MMA related, boxing related? There's a lot of assaults going on in the public every day, a lot.
I think we can agree to disagree on this one, Caesar. Once again.
We don't agree on anything.
I know. What's going on here? But you know what? We can still have a civil discussion about it. So thank you for that.
That's right. I appreciate you coming back.
Thanks for the call. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
See ya. That's Caesar in North Adelaide. Scott says, so should we cancel the AFL because kids see their heroes abusing umpires and fight, so they do it too? Parenting starts at home, and sadly parents can't be bothered to parent anymore. All right, thank you, Scott. Bill says, Caesar is wrong. Young people aged 18 to 35 watch this sport in quotation marks, and it's the same age group that are doing the coward punch. It's not directly related, but it sure does contribute. I agree with you, Bill. I think, you know, you might not go out and say, oh, I saw this UFC fighter punch someone and I'm going to punch someone, but because it's a sport, it's on our TV screens, it's part of our culture. You sit there and watch it for entertainment, then it's there in the back of your mind. Randy doesn't agree in Prospect. It's funny, all these people calling in saying how bad UFC and cage fighting is. It's all carefully scrutinised and watched by doctors. And yeah, I'm sure that happens, Randy. That's part of it. But there's not a doctor standing on the corner on Hindley Street watching for the coward punches, is there? Adrian in Highbury, dumbest conversation I've ever heard. Humans have been beating on each other since the dawn of mankind, and UFC has been around for the last 20 years. Talk about a bunch of know-nothings. Okay, Adrian, so because people have been beating on each other since the dawn of time, we just accept it and we don't try and prevent people dying from it? Is that what you're saying? Oh, doesn't compute for me. 8223 0000 is the number to call to have your say on this, or you can send me a text 0448 08 1395. A lot of strong feelings about this. Someone on the text line says this is why the social media ban is important, so kids aren't seeing these fights on social media. Yep, that's another good point as well. All right, we'll take some more calls and I'll read some more of your texts after this, and then Turkey Tuesday. I mean, turkey's not a word I'd use in this situation. I'd use a word much stronger, that's for sure. But it is Turkey Tuesday and I still have a carton of wine to give away, so get your nominations in.
Live Golf Adelaide returns to the Grange Golf Course this summer, Feb 12 to 15. See world-class golfers including Bryson DeChambeau, John Ram, Dustin Johnson and Australia's own Cam Smith go head-to-head in 4 days of high-stakes golf, shotgun starts, fan village fun and live music. Get your tickets now from livegolf.com or keep it on 5AA to win your way there. Proudly supported by 5AA. Always Adelaide.
There's always a mate that shows up to the barbecue with a salad. And then there's me with KFC's $8 boxes. Choose between Wicked Wings, original recipe tenders or 18 nuggets. Guess who gets invited back? Not everywhere, not forever, online and pick up only.
Mark Boris is the mentor who keeps choosing stories over spreadsheets and keeps feeding those big ideas. So keep good company with the Mentor podcast.
At Nurse Next Door Home Care Services, we believe in making lives better. We match every client with a caregiver or nurse that will help them live a life filled with positivity, possibility and purpose. Everyone should be able to live independently at home, even if it means getting a little help. That's why Nurse Next Door Home Care Services brings aged care and disability support right to your door. From companionship to 24/7 nursing, we are here for you. Visit nursenextdoor.com.au for more information.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there, Lisa. So tell me honestly, how are you really going?
ChatGPT, you're so considerate.
Thank you. I'm always here to help and chat. Just let me know what's on your mind.
Quite a bit.
I'm sorry to hear that. If you want to share what's been going on, I'm here to listen.
Oh, where do I begin? Well, it's my relationship.
Getting more emotional support from ChatGPT than your partner? Book a free 15-minute call with Resolve Divorce today.
Here's a stat you need to hear. Literally, 1 in 6 Australians are living with some sort of hearing loss. It's hard to notice because it creeps up on you, but it doesn't have to get in the way of things. Not if you do something about it now. Can Do Hearing can provide solutions to make living with hearing loss so much better. And your options are almost endless. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Here is a public service announcement. There is an industry-wide safety requirement to ensure all phones can connect to emergency services. If your phone is running an outdated software or purchased overseas, you need to take action. Some handy tips. Make sure your device has the latest software. You can easily check this within your phone settings or contact your telco for help. If you receive an SMS or email from your telco, follow instructions to ensure your phone is meeting the required standards.
We love to see you see it. The next generation Hilux is here at CMI Toyota, South Australia's #1 selling Toyota dealer. With massive upgrades including an all-new interior, wireless connectivity, refined comfort and handling and extra power. The 2026 Hilux is the ideal choice for any trip, any tow or any task. Book your test drive at CMI Toyota today. We love to see you see a smiling. Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
The Adelaide Showground Farmers Market has a producer's guarantee. Everything is produced by the people selling it, so it's all local. It means you know who distilled your gin, who baked your bread, whose chooks laid your eggs, and who picked your veggies. It means less food miles, reducing your carbon footprint, and your food is tastier, fresher, and often lasts longer. Join as a member at the Adelaide Showground Farmers Market to save 10% on everything all year long. Visit us every Sunday morning from 8:30 to 12:30.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
13 minutes to 4 here on 5AA. You know what time it is.
Time to call in and nominate your Turkey of the Week for Stacey Lee's Turkey Tuesday.
And I have a mixed carton of turkey flat wine cans to give away. That includes the rosé, the Pinot Gris, the Shiraz Grenache, all in a can. Very convenient. You don't have to open a whole bottle. This is my favourite thing. If you just want a little weeknight wine, but you think, I won't finish a bottle, I won't have it, you can just open a can. It's great. Get your turkey nominations in. Who's done something silly this week? Who forgot to take the bins out? Maybe you forgot to move the cars, so early in the morning you had to get the keys and in the pyjamas go and move the car out so you could get yours out. I don't know. Who's done something wrong? 8223 0000 is the number. Jim is on the phone from Unley. Hello, Jim.
Stacey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm the turkey in this one.
Oh, no.
I wear a high-vis jacket to go to work, and on this particular day, we had builders doing some renovation at our works, at our home, right? So I ventured to the office, and I thought I'd just check the cameras, and all of a sudden, I see someone carrying my dog down the side of the house. So I ring my wife, and I go, darling, someone has taken the dog, someone's taken the dog. And she said, no, the dog's with me. And I went, oh, shit, it was actually me at 6 o'clock in the morning putting the dog into a safe house.
I know that moment, Jim, when the heart stops and you see something on the cameras and you think, oh, my God, there's someone at home. Someone's got the dog. I would be having a heart attack if someone had my Murray, and you probably...
Exactly.
And it was you. And I could just imagine your wife on the other end of the phone rolling her eyes going, what are you on about? I've got the dog with me.
Well, she was she was still asleep, and she just opened her eyes and said, no, the dog is here. And I'm going, no, it's not here. Someone's taken it.
Very worthy nomination there, Jim. Thank you.
Thanks
Very
Stacey.
good. Very good. All right, let's go to Marge in Hampstead Gardens. Hello, Marge.
Hi, Tracy. How you going?
Good, thank you.
I've got this turkey across the road. Oh
no.
He put the lawnmower on it. 8:50 on a Sunday morning.
Oh.
He's joking. I couldn't believe it. This has been going on for 3 weeks. And then he does the edging, then they do the mowing, and then they do the blowing, with the blower. And I put up with it for 3 weeks. And I went out there on last Sunday, and I said, are you for real, you big fat turkey? Yeah, and sort of looked at me. Anyway, they packed up and went home, and I haven't seen them since.
Oh, okay.
They've been coming in the afternoon. Well, that's fine.
Because I've just looked it up really quickly. Oh, no, that was the Tasmania website. I just tried to Google it really quickly. In the
olden days, you weren't allowed to make a noise before 10 o'clock on a Sunday, but I don't think that exists anymore.
What's the rule now?
But, I live in units, and we got a lot of shift workers here. And God help me until the bloke from upstairs gets hold of him, I tell you. Oh. But, how rude. I said, you're so rude. And they just stood there and looked at me blank-eyed. And anyway, they packed up and went home. I haven't seen them since, but they come once in the afternoon, but that's fine. I don't mind that. But, when you get the mower and then the edger and then the blower on top of that, and I'm thinking, are you for real?
Yeah.
I couldn't do that to my neighbours.
Yeah, it's really annoying, isn't it?
Oh, I tell you, I could have said a lot more, but I had to come back inside.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's 9 a.m. So if it's 8:50, Marge, they're not allowed to be doing it until 9 on a Sunday.
I thought it was 10, but anyway.
Yeah, must have changed.
They haven't done it for the last... they weren't there this Sunday anyway, so it might have sunk in.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, the bloke that owned the house, they don't live there. It's a mowing service that comes around. And I just he gave me a filthy look yesterday when I went in, and I thought, well, you'd better not say anything because I'll have a go at you too. I don't like to upset the neighbours, but you can't. What are you supposed to put up with?
Yep. No, turkey behaviour, definitely. Thank you for the call, Marge. Hopefully you get a sleep in this Sunday.
Yeah, I will.
See you. Bye. That's Marge in Hampstead Gardens. Let's go to Fairview Park now. Hello, Julie.
Hello, Stacey. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So it was my granddaughter's birthday, and so she had to have some money. So she we've got a pool, so she bought a blow-up unicorn for the pool.
Oh, yeah?
So anyway, the grandfather's blowing it up, pump, pump, pump. She said, how much more to go? And he said, oh, wait till the creases go out. So the body was fine. So then he got to the head, and he blew the head off. It just went bang, and because Isla she just went... She just ran off crying. Anyway.
How old is she?
8.
And her dad's just blown the head off her unicorn.
Blew the head off the unicorn. So then, when she calmed down, puts it on his head, and she's going, "It's not even funny."
I think
it was
that's
the funniest thing.
I think that's a dad's right to make jokes about the unicorn's head.
It was hilarious.
There you go. I like that, Julie. Very good. Thank you for the call.
You're welcome. Bye.
See you. Bye. Rod's in Banksia Park. Hi, Rod.
G'day, Stace. How you going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Stace. Yes, yesterday I was sitting at home and I got a phone call from my wife. She was down the shops and she said, "Love, you'll have to come and get me. I can't get in the car. I've got both the keys here." I said, "Are you sure you've checked both of them? The batteries are not flat." She said, honestly, and she was getting a bit nuts. She said, "They won't open the car." I said, "Oh, all right, I'll be there in 5 minutes." So I shot down there, consequently get there. Her car was 5 cars away from the one she was trying to open. I couldn't believe it, honestly. I thought, "You've got to be joking."
Was it the same car at least, Rod?
It was, yeah, but it was black and hers isn't black. It's a dark bluey colour. Honestly. I reckon that took the cake.
Oh, that's very good. I like that. Well done. At least you went. At least you went and helped. I'm impressed by that.
I'm trying to do the right thing, folks.
You did. You did. Well done. Love your work, Rod. Thank you. One more call. Nova Gardens. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Stacey. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm not sure who the turkey is here. You or my wife? Me or my wife?
Okay.
We had to pick our son up from work at McDonald's, and it's quite a drive. And I'm sure she asked me to do it. And so I'm there sitting in the car park at McDonald's, and I look across another car, and there's my wife sitting in her car. So, both of us there. So I looked at her, what the hell is going on here?
You were both there. You know what? It's better than neither of you being there, Chris.
That's very true, but geez, did we feel silly?
No, I like that. So did you then get your son to pick? Whose car do you want to go in?
No, I bolted.
Yeah, fair enough. Good call.
Save the embarrassment.
Good call. Love it. Thanks for the call, Chris. Have a good one.
Thank you.
See ya. That's Chris in Nova Gardens. So many good nominations today. Lucky I've got lots of prizes to give away. So, Jim in Unley, congratulations to you. You've got the mixed carton of turkey flat wine cans coming your way. Enjoy responsibly, of course, Jim. But I think after mistaking yourself on the camera for a robber, you deserve to have a wine. And then I have to give Rod in Banksia Park and his wife who couldn't find her car 2 tickets to Blue Moon, the movie starring Ethan Hawke, Margaret Qualley, Bobby Cannavale, Andrew Scott. It opens in cinemas on January 29. So congratulations to Rob in Banksia Park. You've got double pass to go and see Blue Moon. And Chris in Nova Gardens, you get the Wallace Cinemas double pass. Mitcham, Mount Barker, the Piccadilly, Noarlunga, you're off to the movies as well. How good is that? Well done. Thank you all for your calls and your texts today. See you on the Complete Care live stream. I'll see you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. That's complete with a K. I'll be back on air from 1 though. And after the news, Rowie and Timmy G are on with the sports show.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sports show. It's the very latest in sport, live from Adelaide.